Gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 61. I'm getting pretty damn good at saying that, if I'm being honest. Let's jump back in, shall we? Got some exciting news for tonight. After we finished recording last night, I went in, farmed out a few of those flasks of oil from the Venture Co. goblins up here at Boulder Lode Mine, and crazy enough, as soon as I killed one, I not only got the flask of oil, but I also got this. A rare schematic small Sephorium charges. Blast open simple locked doors. So basically, we can open up things that are locked. I believe that basically, it's like another version of lockpicking. I guess. I don't know. I've never really used these. But I didn't learn it until I got with you guys. I was pretty excited about that. And we have everything we need to make our second trinket, the goblin jumper cables. Now let me look at small Sephorium charges. I mean, it looks pretty simple to make these. It's just a little light leather, coarse blasting powder, modulators, and some water. It literally just says blasts open simple locked doors, so let's go ahead and make our jumper cables. This is our second trinket item. It's very cool, very exciting. Da-na-na-na. Now I'll never use this, like I said, but it's just cool to have it crafted as a engineer, as a aspiring master of engineering. I think it's pretty cool. Now, tonight, the music seems so loud. We could fly up to Sunrock Retreat and see if I could talk to Braug Dim Spirit. But I'm probably going to save that until once we do the den. I might as well. I think we're going to catch the boat over to Booty Bay and begin doing some quests in both Booty Bay and up towards the northern bits of Stranglethorn. Bad to the Cone? What a name. Bad. So yeah, we have a couple quests here to do and both to go complete. Just talking to Dustwind. We'll sit at the dock of the bay. He said the ship just left, so, hey, I've got business in Booty Bay, I might as well just wait. There's also a Zeppelin from Orgrimmar that could fly us to Grom'gol, I think is the name of that base. It's this base right here. This area right here. I think it's Grom'gol is the name of this area. That's ideally where we want to go, but I've got a couple quests to turn into Booty Bay. You know what? Actually, we've got the flight path. Why don't we just go to Grom'gol, we'll get the flight path there, and then we can fly down to Booty Bay. That sounds better. I'm 99% sure I picked up the flight path at Booty Bay the one or two times we had to visit it for other business, so... Oh, Rend is soon, apparently. Now, if you don't know, Rend is a world buff that the entire server gets as long as you're inside Orgrimmar, the capital city for the Horde, where certain adventurers killed a raid boss named Rend, and they can bring his head to the capital city. They'll hoist it up, and basically you get a server-wide boon or buff for like 2 hours. That's very, very strong. It's very good, especially if you're a low level. Rend is extremely strong on low level characters. On other servers, you have players dropping it like on cooldown, and you can kind of just always have Rend on if you want. On a dead server like this, it's much more rare. And that guy might be trolling, by the way. He's the only one saying it. But it's much rarer, I should say. And as someone that's been trying to play like completely solo self-found, no groups, no guilds, no auction house, nothing. I think you can also get the buff at the crossroads. As someone that's been trying to play completely solo self-found, I've been trying to not time world buffs or, you know, manipulate logging on and then logging off with world buffs or whatever. I don't think we've ever even had a world buff on this character yet, so just because this guy said Rend is soon, I'm not going to go sit in Orgrimmar and wait. I'm just going to say fuck it and catch the Zeppelin to Grom'gol. Because again, I just don't care. This is more about our journey, our adventure, kind of learning the lore behind the quests and what's going on in the world, what's going on with the Horde and their story. Hey man, good to see you, brother. Jobby with ya. I had a troll mentor. I learned a bit of the tongue. Hey man, that's crazy. He and I are like right on each other's ass. Nice man. Safe travels to ya, brother. See, this guy's got one of the world buffs. Spirit of Zandalar. Increases your movement speed by 10% and all stats by 15% for 2 hours. It's a crazy buff. Yeah, brother. I like this guy. Lock Dizzle. I believe I had a quest in Orgrimmar anyways, yeah. We need to head back to Belgrom for parts of the swarm. So we'll turn this in real quick and then catch the Zeppelin over to Grom'gol Base. And maybe Rend is coming soon. There seems to be a good bit of people here. Oh yeah, Rend has got to be coming soon. The server is dead, but there are quite a few players sitting in Orgrimmar. Well, I'll tell you what, if we organically get Rend, cool. Where Rend? Up your butt in Ubers. Oh. So we do get Rend. Honor your heroes on this day. That's crazy. We got here just in time. Honor your heroes. On this day, they have dealt a great blow against one of our most hated enemies. The false war chief Rend Blackhand has fallen. Be bathed in my power, drink in my might, battle for the glory of the Horde. So this is the buff we get. It's only an hour-long buff. Sorry, Rend is only an hour. I thought it was 2 hours, but... Rend increases your hit points by 300%, 15% haste to melee attacks, 10 mana regen every 5 seconds. 300 extra health and 15% haste to your melee attacks is crazy. That's a pretty sick spear, honestly. Headhunting spear. 11 agility, 6 spirit. The spirit's whatever, but it's great speed. It's very slow for something like a warrior. Great damage. That's a great name. Their name is Chapel Gnome instead of Chapel Rome.
I'm appreciative of your efforts, adventurer. The war chief will enjoy hearing how tenacious you have been in your duties. Oh, of course, I will mention your name to him. He speaks to me often and values my opinions greatly.
I'm sure he does.
I have much to do, and if you speak to Corin soon and he has news of these creatures, then return to me. I would think they are a threat that must be taken seriously.
Right. Well, that's another basically gold piece right there. That'll put us at 40 gold. That's, hey, that's pretty exciting. We're getting close to the mount. I'm gonna need much more money. I'm gonna need a lot more gold. Let me say that correctly. Much more money. That doesn't sound right. Although I guess it is correct, but I'm gonna need a lot more gold. Damn, that guy's got epic riding. I'm just gonna pop into one of these shops, drop this axe off. Actually, you know what? We'll sell it at Grom'gol Base. Is it Grom'gol Base? Grom'gol Basin? I don't know. We'll see it when we get there. Foreseen death. He's got the whirlwind axe. It's huge. That guy's got the whirlwind axe as well. I think when we play our warrior, we're gonna attempt to solo the whirlwind axe, but that's gonna be tough. Damn, that guy's buying items. Probably bought help with. Ew, why are you playing hardcore if you're just like buying gold, buying help for items? You're fucking losers, man. If you do that shit, you're a loser, bro. It's just like, what's the, like, you're just completely. You might as well not even be playing hardcore. That's crazy. Fully BOE'd blue items. He's got whirlwind axe before he's even level 40. He's clearly bought gold and bought items. Just a bunch of stinkers. Okay, well that's the Zeppelin to the Undercity. I don't know. I just... some of my biggest gripes with hardcore are just like people that multi-box on it. People that buy like gold and juice out their characters so that there's no threat. They're just like a god every level all the way up to 60. It's like, dude, what? Like, you might as well just buy a boosting service and fucking boost your character up to max level. Fucking shameless. Well, we'll sit and wait. I value this character more than, honestly, almost any other character I've ever made, because everything we've done on it has been completely our own. Every item, even, you know, the Warsong boots, when we got this was such a sick moment, because it took, you know, a decent bit of effort to get these. Our first necklace, this just happened, and it felt great. Making trinkets that aren't even, you know, of any use, but even just making them was you know, sick. We've got the Gnomish Universal Remote, Goblin Jumper Cables. We like waited and waited and waited until we could finally get 2 of these broad-bladed knives that are just a rare spawn from an NPC that cost a good bit of money. We're stuck in this kilt because we haven't found anything better. Let's talk to Snurk.
Hey there, cutie. You looking for a ride to Grom'gol? I hear it gets mighty steamy down in those jungles. Maybe I could join you for a short vacation. Show you a real jungle cat.
Damn, she's flirting with me.
Have a good one.
I think that's our Zeppelin. That's got to be ours. Yeah, bring her around this way. Yeah, that's us. Nice. We're 77% through level 37. Almost 38. That's exciting. Little copper node right there. Absolute ghost ship. We can sit and wait on the nose. Yeah, like I said, once we hit level 42 to 40... Oh, look, someone's coming. See, this guy gets it. This is the first other SSF player that I've seen, and he's my class. Indeed, we are a rare breed, but look how cool we look. See, we look so unique and sick because we're completely solo self-found. Like, this guy gets it. Although he has done dungeons, it seems, yeah. Damn, those are some shoulders. He's got stamina and cloth hat. Hey, we have the same necklace, respect. Yeah, he's definitely done some dungeons. Chip Runner Dungarees is, how else would I rock a pimp hat? Both his weapons are from dungeons. His pants are from dungeons. That ring is from a dungeon quest. But yeah, for the most part, you know, he's got my respect. Ordrim. Safe travels to you, friend. You too. Good luck out there. Give him a little bow. Yep. Grom'gol Base Camp. That's the name of the place. Grom'gol Base Camp. I knew it was like base something or base in or something like that, but alright, let's pick up the flight path. We only have 6 open slots for quests, so
where would you like to fly to?
I guess, you know what, let's go down to Booty Bay and let's handle some business. Maybe I want to buy those bags though. Yeesh. You know what, pick up all 3 of these, fuck it. Just more stuff that we can cook. Raptor eggs, tiger meat, raptor flesh. We're going to be killing quite a few raptors and tigers here, so we might as well get the recipes, maybe, you know, cook some new food. That jungle stew would be really nice.
Loktar, for the horde.
It's got to be a superior cook.
Dirge
Mud dog.
Quickcleave of Gadgetsan is a master of the culinary arts. To better yourself, you will need to seek him out.
Well, you can teach me spider sausage, I guess. Another recipe that we'll learn. All of a sudden, we're back to 38 gold. Gaijin.
Where would you like to fly to?
Let's head to Booty Bay and let's turn in these quests real quick. Then I think I'm going to come back up here, not take any quests just yet. You know what? Maybe me take a few. I think we're going to drop Khan, Rathra, and the Corruptor for now. I'm just going to need the quest log space, honestly. We'll pick these up again in the future. We know where they are, but I just don't have the space for it right now. I really want to do this quest. Frostmaw, that helmet is so sick. It's definitely going to replace our goggles. Towards the later levels, you know, our goggles have served us more than half the journey. I love this goblin. I think that's, oh, I know who that is. I just can't think of their name right now. Okay, we have business. The Salty Sailor Tavern, what a name. Crank Fizzlebub. Nix Rax. Skindle.
Come in, come in.
Come in, come in.
Just don't sit too close to the stove. It hasn't exploded yet today, but just to be safe, I think you should sit elsewhere.
We've heard that before. Caitlin the Blade. She looks intense. Any books here that I can read later, perhaps? Ian Strom. Well,
You look like the type I should watch my coin purse around. Something I can help you with?
no, honestly,
Have a good one.
not right now. There we are. Krasik. The rumor monger. Rogue, eh? I am Krasik, Baron Revelgaz's secretary. I know everything about the goings-ons in this jungle and beyond. Perhaps you'd be interested in knowing the going price on oil in Ratchet. No? Looking for work, maybe? I can help you there. The rumor monger.
You want to know about Naz Steamboil? He's a racer pilot out in the Shimmering Flats, isn't he? Yeah, I might be able to find something out about him, but it won't be easy, or fast, or cheap.
All right.
Getting the information on Naz is quite a favor, adventurer. Yes, quite a favor. But you've come all the way from the Shimmering Flats to get it. Are you willing to travel some more? While I contact my sources, why don't you gather something for me, eh? What will it be? How about dream dust from the dragon whelps of the Swamp of Sorrows? Yes, I'd love some dream dust for my snuff pouch. Get it for me, adventurer, and I'll give you the information you seek.
Well, I'm not heading to the Swamp of Sorrows just yet. Although it's not too far away. I'd take a path through Darkshire, go through the Deadwind Pass, and then I'd be in... I think that's how you'd get there? I'd have to look up how we actually safely can get to the Swamp of Sorrows, but we're not heading there yet. So when we do head there, we will take Dream Dust in the Swamp. For now, we're going to investigate the camp.
I've gotten reports of a group of hunters that have set up camp upriver of the Venture Company mining camp on Lake Nazfariti. Now, normally I wouldn't care, but improbably I heard that Hemet Nesingwary was one of the hunters there. He's certainly well connected, if you catch my meaning, and you never can be too safe. Why don't you go check out the camp, adventurer, see what they're about?
Find the hunter's camp and report its location to Krasik in Booty Bay. Fair enough. What about Kebok? Well, hello there. You seem like you wouldn't be opposed to making some coin, I can tell from the look in your eyes. I am Mogul Kebok, overseer of operations in Azeroth. And if it's riches you seek, perhaps I can make the arrangement. Let's do a blood scalp ears first.
Damn trolls! They've been killing off our agents in the jungle. I've already lost a good number of my best guards to skirmishes with them. The costs are piling up. How will I explain this to Baron Revelgaz? Decisive action. Think, Kebok. You weren't assigned to the post you have today for sitting around. I've got it. You, adventurer, is it? You'll help me, won't you? There's money to be had. Here's the deal. You bring me the ears of 15 blood scalp trolls, and I'll compensate you well.
Some bombs, some money. We'll just sell those bombs. They're not as good as mine. What about hostile takeover? By the way, the gnome that we saw, or not the gnome, the goblin that we see out here, I'm pretty sure that's Baron Revelgaz, possibly. Hostile takeover.
He's done it this time. Bad enough that Gelriz is muscling out the moguls who were appointed by the trade princes. Now he tries to cut in on the most notorious pirate. Revelgaz won't have it, and he's told me to take care of the problem in my own way. My way? Theft. The Venture Company geologists near Lake Nazfariti are deeply interested in those strange blue crystals they have been finding in the mines. Bring me samples of the stone from their geologists. I don't care what you have to do to get them.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I believe Baron Revelgaz is the leader behind the Blackwater Raiders, which is another like subsect of goblins. Flora Silverwind. Just kind of exploring Booty Bay at this point. Yo. Drizzlick.
Ah, the finest leather crafter of the South Seas and the world's old and new. That's what they call me. Me, Drizzlick, the finest Lee. Uh-huh. Well, my leather goods are known far and wide as the most exquisite, a connoisseur's choice. I've just received an order from Director Riddlevox of the Tinkers Union for a dozen of his favorite Excelsior line boots. Our best sellers, actually. To start on the basic shape, I'll need crocolisk skins from the crocs along the river in northern Stranglethorn.
Right. We can help you with that. A little supply and demand. Oh, the Sentinels and the Long Vigil. Let's make a mental note that there's a book here. How many pages? Only 5. Maybe we'll read that tonight before we log off. Seawolf McKinley. Well, it's an orange quest. We're going to hold off on that. Damn, he's been practicing throwing his knives. I have too, bro. I get it. Oh, shit. 3 separate books. The Twin Empires, Empire's Fall, and Wrath of Soulflare. Well, this one is only 7 pages. This one is 5. This one, 6. Those aren't too long of books. Okay, we'll make note that those are there. Oh, the Scourge of Lordaeron. And that one's only 4. Yeah, there's tons of books in Booty Bay. Let's go. We're going to read all of those in due time. Old Man Hemming. This is who we bought our book off of. Yep. Any books in here, Hemming? Doesn't seem like it, but his prize catch is right there. Alright, what else do we have? Let's sail Buccaneers. We're going to hold off on that for now. I want Singing Blue Shards. Who has that quest? Crank Fizzlebub. What? We all have profit to make, and we won't do it by standing idle.
The singing crystals are unique to Stranglethorn and are very valuable to certain parties. I can move those crystals, but the Cursed Venture Company makes it hard for an honest entrepreneur like myself to gather any. I'd like to hire you. The basilisks in Stranglethorn eat the crystal. This gives them their hardened skin, and sometimes decent quality crystal can be harvested from it. You can get it from any basilisk, but the less nasty ones are along the shores south of Zulkunda to the north.
Zulkunda. Gotcha. Alright, the rest of these quests we're going to hold off on for now, because they mostly seem like areas that take me out of the zone, or they're too high of a level for me right now. We'll also take Goblin sponsorship and turn this quest in. Sometimes, the Old Port Authority, sometimes there's some nice items in here. Narc has some parrots that we could buy. This guy sells a couple cooking recipes that we don't have. I'll take the giant clam scorcho. Another recipe, giant clam meat, hot spices. Another recipe we can use to make some stuff. An accurate scope. You know what? I might as well pick it up. I'm feeling generous today. We're spending money today. Mace crafter and a superior weaponsmith.
Well met.
The big stick. Damn. I wouldn't mind. There's a challenge run in WoW that you can play that's called the Monk. Like there's like multiple like homemade kind of classes, and the Monk is basically a warrior that only wears leather and uses like staffs. That'd be a great weapon to have on like a monk class. There was another one, the Barbarian, which is basically like, you know, shirtless warrior where you can't use any plate armor. You have to be shirtless, and I think the armor that you can wear has to be like leather or below. There's also like the assassin, which is like basically like a dagger rogue. You can only use daggers, you can't use swords. but you also have to use like a specific type of armor set or something like that. Okay, Captain Heckleberry. We don't need that quest yet. We're talking to Wharfmaster Losgill.
I see some interesting characters come and go here at the port. Watch yourself, adventurer. It's never clear who to trust, what with all of the shady activity that goes on here.
True.
Shipments to Ratchet? Let me just check the logbooks. No, the most recent shipment I have on record of going out to Ratchet were boots from Drizzlick. Hasn't been much else.
We
other
delivered
than
those
building
boots.
Supplies and tools.
I think.
Definitely no race parts. I'm afraid I can't be of much more help to you, adventurer. If you'd like to follow up on it more, I'd suggest you go hit up the Baron himself. If there's anyone who knows Revilgaz's business, it's Revilgaz. You'll find him at the tavern across the harbor, top floor.
Baron Revilgaz. Oh, well, we actually get to meet the big dog himself. That's pretty exciting. Alright, let's go talk to Revilgaz, and then we'll fly back to Grom'gol Base Camp and pick up a few quests here, but mostly I want to keep my log open to go deal with Hemet Nesingwary's quest line. It's basically just a bunch of hunting, which is nice, because we can kind of just put our head down and kill, but that's most of the quests that we need here. Blade Trader, do you have anything? Oh, shit. A Daring Dirk. You know, it's pretty close to our weapon, but it's 5 agility over 5 stamina. But it is 3 extra gold. Oy. It's a lot of money. It does look pretty cool. I'm thinking I would put it in my offhand. I think for now we're going to hold off on it. 5 agility is nice, but is it worth 3 gold? There's another quest. Sunwell, the Fall of Quel'Thalas. Man, there's tons of books in Booty Bay. We're going to be reading multiple books while we're here. I'm actually really excited about that. None of them are extremely long, too. Oh, there's another one, Beyond the Dark Portal. It's only 4 pages, too. Yeah, none of them are too long, which is nice. So we'll probably just, you know, read one or 2 books a night. Definitely not 2 books a night, but at least like 1 book a night or every other night or something like that we quest when we log off in Booty Bay. This will be our main hub that we kind of use. They said he's in the top floor of the tavern. Oh, there he is. I ran right past him. Baron Revilgaz. There he is.
Welcome to Booty Bay, partner. I hope your stay in my town is enjoyable and uneventful. Emphasis on the latter. We've got plenty of drink if you're thirsty, and plenty of bouncers if you're antsy. Now then, what can this humble servant of the Steamweedle cartel do for you? Better still, what can you do for me, eh?
So that's definitely Baron Revilgaz, that statue, which is really cool. That he's like right here, and he's got a rapier and a dagger. He's a rogue.
Oh, sure, of course I know what you're talking about. Nope, can't help you, though. Some of my men were supposed to go track down the blueprints for the fuel regulator, but they came back empty-handed.
Well, maybe I can help you.
See, the venture company shredders out in Lake Nazfaridi, in northern Stranglethorn, have been equipped with a new model fuel regulator. I was thinking that Potzik would be able to take advantage of it if he could get some details. Unfortunately, Kozel, the foreman out there, appears to be a little more clever than I gave him credit for. You seem like you might have more luck finding the blueprints, though. I know he keeps them in his house, but they're almost certainly under lock and key.
Bring the fuel regulator blueprints to Baron Revilgaz and Booty Bay. We'll do what we can. Alright.
How may I be of service?
Take me back to Grom'gol. Leave Booty Bay behind for now. Already half of our Warchief's Blessing buff is gone, but that's fine. Got a lot to do in the area already, and even more coming up. Welcome to the jungle. I want to take a lot of these quests. We should take Mokthardan's enchantments, defensive Grom'gol, hunt for Yenneku, wait on Trollbane for now. We're going to go to the Arathi Highlands later. Wait on Grim Message. We're not going to the Hinterlands just yet. Bloody Bone Necklaces, I should take that. And bring a tablet shard to Kinwile at Grom'gol Base Camp. Yeah, I mean, I want a lot of those quests, but my log's almost full. It's unfortunate. Are there any other quests that we could get rid of that we might be able to take later? Maybe we just get rid of the Den for now. I don't want to get rid of Battle of Hillsbrad. We've already killed 10 of the Mountaineers, 8 of the Riflemen. I just need Priests and Captain Ironhill. I could get rid of Ghostoplasm and Portals of the Legion. Maybe we just go back later. That'll free up a slot. Yeah, you know what? If we have to come back and backtrack, that's fine. Commander Aggro Gosh.
Thromka, adventurer.
Thromka.
Your arrival at Grom'gol is timely indeed. As commander of the War Chief's base camp here in the jungle, I am bound by honor to ensure the safety of all members of the Horde. Our mission to provide a safe chain of supply to Stonard is being hampered by some of the local inhabitants. I am putting you in charge of thinning out the raptor population outside of Grom'gol. Once you have made significant progress, report back to me for reassignment.
Alright, well if we're in charge of thinning out the raptor population, that's fine, that's fine. We can help out. Yo. Hunt for Yenneku, we're gonna take that. A doom there is. A doom on my chief's youngest son, Yenneku. As is a custom with our people, he was given to the Gurabashi trolls as Olgarub. But after my tribe, the Darkspear tribe, left with the orc troll, poor Yenneku was lost to us. I was sent from distant Orgrimmar back to Stranglethorn to search for my chief's son, and I believe the Blood Scalp tribe has him. So does that mean this is Vol'jin's son, Yenneku? If you would help me, then hunt the Blood Scalps. You may find them to the north, gather their tusks, and return to me. Okay. Okay. Bloody Bone Necklaces. Hello. The spirits say you're here to aid my chief. Say it loud, they do. I was sent to Grom'gol to aid Nimboya on his quest, but I too have reasons for being here. The Blood Scalp Trolls is enemy to our tribe. Collecting trophies of our enemy gives us power over them. You may aid our tribe by hunting our enemies. They dwell to the north. Slay Blood Scalp Trolls and take from them their bloody bone necklaces. Collect many, and your reward will be great. It's a nice little ring, actually. I'm gonna hold off on the Vile Reef because I'm assuming that's gonna take me out into the water, and I don't need that right now. Damn, homie's got it enchanted too. That's crazy. Icy weapon. BOE icy weapon. Yuck. And the final quest that we should take is probably Mokthardan's. There he is, Farseer Mokthardan.
The power of the jungle's magic must be realized and then harnessed by the Horde. My rituals have proven successful so far. I can cast very powerful enchantments. For you, brave adventurer, I shall make a special item indeed. Bring to me some Shadowmaw Panther claws along with a Tigress fang. Not just any fang will do. It must be in pristine condition. The beasts lurk throughout the jungle, but you will find some close by, just across the river from Mija ruins to the southeast.
Victory.
Will do. Well, good thing 2 of these quests have us just going and talking to Hemet Nesingwary, so that should clear up 2 of these slots. But boys, we're finally in Stranglethorn Vale. Let's go. I'm gonna hunt like everything along the way. Oh, we should have made poisons. Before I am finished gaming tonight, I'll go back to Orgrimmar and make some poisons. It's not too hard. We'll just catch a zepplin, but I'll do it off recording. Stranglethorn is such a nice area to quest because it's just very condensed, and it's very easy to get back to like a capital city. Plus, Booty Bay acts as, you know, kind of a mini hub, I would say, where you have like a bank and mostly bank slots. Definitely keep the raptor egg, the raptor meat. Hopefully I don't pull that one. Nice, we didn't. There's quite a few raptors, like just right here. Another reason why I'm kind of loving playing on a dead server. Now, since I started a little earlier tonight, I'll probably go till like maybe 11:30. Not too late. I work tomorrow, of course, but and I have school tomorrow when I get off, so. But no, 11:30 is not too late. Let's go ahead and just pop a bandage. Get our health back pretty quickly. Get right back into the fray. Hunt as many of these raptors as we can along our way up towards Hemet Nesingwary's camp of hunters. 3-point slice and dice because these things actually are a little tankier. They also can just knock you down and kick you, which is annoying. Big crits, 2 hits, 2 crits. Ooh, elite crocodile. I think it's not a rare. Legit just an elite on the beach. The only one of its kind too, I think. All the other crocodiles seem to be just normal crocodiles. I think that's floating garb or a floating wreck. Floating wreckage. I'm gonna check. Nah, it just seems to be like a crash site. There's a lot of floating wreckage in Stranglethorn Vale, so we're gonna keep our eyes out. Alright, Blade Flurry's off cooldown. Let's go pull a couple more raptors. I bet you we could hang with this crocodile if I use all my cooldowns and kite him out a little bit. Tell you what, let's pull 3. There's some of the blood scalp trolls that we've heard about. One-point slice should be enough to get me through this. Let's gouge him out. Make some space. Throw kite him a little bit. Ah, I moved a little too early.
Health warning.
We're alright. We're not going to be able to cannibalize much out here
Health
because
warning.
a lot of this stuff isn't humanoid. But that's why we have bandages. Let me check. Yeah, the raptor meat will make, or sorry, the raptor flesh will make roast raptor. And I believe the raptor eggs can make the curiously tasty omelets. It's okay. Definitely gonna use like all of our bombs up out here at least. It's kind of nice. 3-point slice because I'm gonna be fighting another creature right after. Just 1 point. Nah, save my energy. Nice, not bad. I think the raptor hide would be useful if I was a leather worker, but human paladin, loafin. Hey boy, loafin. I don't need the tigers just yet. I'm gonna need them when we talk to Hemet Nesingwary, I believe, but for now I'm just gonna sneak through. Let's go talk to Hemet. This should open up 2 quest slots, which we can then use to take whatever we want. We have a lot of quests for these blood scalp trolls. These are humanoid, at least we can feast on them. And I'm going to assume that they have lockboxes that would hopefully level up my lockpicking. We got another greater healing potion to replace one that we've used. Okay, so this must be like, what do they call it? Nasfaridi. Lake Nasfaridi. This is Barney or Barnell Stone Pot. Ajak Ruak. Jacquelina Dramet. We'll sell our garbage to you. Keep the meat, keep the eggs. This is Hemet, old man Hemet Nesingwary. Another fine day in the jungle. It's gonna be quite the hunt, I can feel it. Once Barnell is done cleaning the guns, I'm taking the hunting party deep into the twisted vines. Not such a bad way for an old war vet to spend his retirement, huh? You're Hemet Nesingwary. Is that desert dust on your collar? If my nose tells true... Who's that? Spectacus? If my nose tells true, I'd say it's not desert dust, it's desert salt. Been to the Shimmering Flats, have you? I have this crate from Cravel.
Great! My package from Coalbeard. Thank you, adventurer. This crate holds special gauge ammunition, and it'll serve us well out in the jungle. Here's your pay, and tell me, how is crusty old Cravel these days? Still up to no good, I'd wager.
Yeah, still up to no good. Sit, rogue. Soon enough you'll strike back into the jungle. Well, I have this Kodo horn as well, from a hunter named Roon.
Ah, this horn belongs to a Tauren. Roon Wildmane. He and I had a good time hunting the beasts of Desolus. So Roon is inviting me back, is he? We're neck deep in the jungle right now, but thank you, adventurer. Perhaps my next expedition will take me back to Desolus, the land of the centaurs.
Safe travels.
I thought that would open up all the quests here, but I guess so. Yeah, Barnell Stonepot has a quest.
Master Nesingwary has a big hunt ahead of him. I find helping him prepare for a day in the jungle is much more relaxing than helping him ready for combat, although I do miss some of those glorious moments on the battlefield.
Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to Stranglethorn! Perhaps you're not aware of this, but that dwarf over there is the one and only Hemet Nesingwary, renowned war hero of the Alliance and master big game hunter. He's not one for welcoming strangers into his camp, but you look like you've seen quite a bit of action in your day, adventurer. Being a veteran of many battles himself, Master Nesingwary has a soft spot for fellow heroes. Go and speak with him. Perhaps he can give you some hunting pointers.
Another quest to talk to Hemet.
Jolly nice to make your acquaintance, adventurer. Haven't seen an adventurer around these parts for some time. I situated myself with this expedition for one purpose, to hunt a great and elusive beast. Seeing that you're a hero of sorts, I am willing to let you take part in the hunt, but you must first prove yourself. I shall teach the ways of raptor killing to you. Ajek will train you with tiger hunting, and Sir Erlgadin is a master of panther tracking. Prove your skill, and I'll let you in on the big hunt.
Fair enough.
So, you think your hunting skills are in tip-top shape? I can put them to the test in a jiffy. Head out into that jungle and kill 10 Stranglethorn raptors. We'll see just how much of a big game hunter you are. And no, I won't tell you where you can find them. Locating the beasts is half the challenge.
I like it, Hemet.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Let's do Tiger Mastery.
When I was but a young girl, my father trained me in the art of tiger hunting. You'll find the young felines much easier to track and slay. For this reason, we'll start you out easy. One can often find young tigers near the expedition camp. Test your tracking skills and see if you can hunt some of the beasts down. See you around.
Easy enough. That's a full quest log, so we're going to wait on the other quests. Free Luigi. What a name. These guys aren't given the greatest experience for sure, but at least that cleared up some more space in our bag as far as like quest items go. A lot of the items that you get for like delivery quests are like, take this letter, and it takes up another slot in your bag, right? But we've read this letter, and we read the Kodo skin scroll we've read. Oh, glimmering mail gauntlets. If I was a warrior, once again, I'd be stoked. There's so many items that we get on this character that I feel like I've said, if I was a warrior, I'd be stoked on that. These would be insane on a warrior, but unfortunately, I am a rogue. Now watch, when we play our warrior, I'm going to get a ton of like leather, daggers, all these things. I should be pretty careful about how I pull these guys. I think this might be enough to not grab you. Nice. The Blood Scalp Warriors, on the other hand, are given some pretty solid experience. Kind of want him to come back a little bit. Maybe if I get them to look over there, I could throw and pull you alone. But even if I grab that shaman too, I'm okay. As long as I just don't grab two others. don't run near death, that's nice. But they do enrage, meaning they hit harder near death. It's always kind of dicey. This might grab all three. Through evasion too. Guy was kind of messing me up. I guess he's casting magic and not physically hitting me, so we can disarm you with riposte. Finish you off here at the end. Get a new food buff going. We're gonna need a lot of these, God. We haven't gotten any of the years yet. It's a lot of items you need from these trolls. Some jade statues of like tigers or something. Let's keep them looking that way. I should have been checking their pockets the whole time, but I don't know if I looted anything off them. Let's check with these two. I guess maybe they don't have anything? I should have disarmed the other guy. Hey, we get in here. This zone also has one of those quests that requires you to gather a bunch of pages and combine them together. We might do this one, but again, it's just a lot of inventory space that I don't have. So, Green Hills of Stranglethorn, probably skip this. Although I wouldn't mind like gathering the pages to read them and see what the lore is. In the years that followed after Stormwind betrayed the Stonemasons Guild, Sir Erlgedin grew bitter about the role of the nobles within the kingdom. He no longer... Let me sneak back over to the Young Tigers. He no longer wished to uphold the position that his father's bloodline had earned for him in the House of Nobles, but I digress. The purpose of this story is not to act as political treatise or a biography. This is the account of my experience hunting big game in the Green Hills of Stranglethorn. So this is Hemet's personal journal. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll try and, gather the pages, in order all the way to the end and read them all. I'm not sure, but I don't have the inventory space to be holding these items. I really don't. Maybe I could work on like 1 through 4, like one chunk at a time, possibly. But that would just make me mad that I didn't do the one in Ashenvale, so probably not. But I do like reading them. Like maybe as we get them, I'll read them. And because the chances of us finding all the pages organically on our own, pretty slim. Alright, before I wander into a camp of murlocs, let's be careful here. I think I'm gonna head back, try and get the rest of these raptors. crits. So give time for some of the young tigers to respawn. Can take on some of these blood scalp trolls. We're getting close to leveling up. I'd like to hit 38 before I get off tonight. I might not go for a full like hour and a half. I'm kind of starting to get a headache if I'm being honest, but I would like to at least hit level 38. Let my energy come back. I definitely want to use all of this War Chief's Blessing buff too. And when we're done, we'll probably hearth back to Booty Bay and read one of the books tonight, like Scourge of Lordaeron, I think, is the book that I want to start off with. Definitely gonna be cooking a lot of those raptor eggs, God. Need to be careful in the jungle too, where you like path and pull things, because there's a lot of panthers that hide in stealth that can just all of a sudden pounce on you and make it a 2v1 while you're at low health, and then you're in a sketchy situation. Got a good bit of the raptor flesh and raptor eggs. Damn, those curved raptor talons go for 6 silver each. Whew. I'm really excited that we started Stranglethorn tonight. It's like one of my favorite zones to quest in all of Classic WoW. Let's check his pockets. Balal Ruins. Okay, so they don't have anything in their pockets. Another ear. Yeah, I've checked like 10 times now. The pickpocket just doesn't... You can pickpocket them, they just have nothing in their pockets. Another tusk. 2 more tusks. This kill should level us up. Let's do a strategic level up. Oh, it didn't. This guy will level us up, okay. There we go. Level 38, baby. Let's grab another point in aggression. I keep trying, but there's no use. Looking for chests in there. One more. Oh, we actually got all the tusks. Nice. Alright, I'll go for a little longer, but I think I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up pretty soon. Iron up in the hills. I don't know why I'm rupturing. I should just eviscerate. They're already enraged. Let's hunt a few of these raptors and get the rest of these young tigers. We're definitely not getting all of the ears or the blood necklaces today. The bloody bone necklaces, but that's going to be a long hunt. One that's just going to happen over time. See, look, I pickpocketed this guy though. And I got a crude pocket watch. These are the raptors we need for Raptor Mastery. Thing crit me kind of hard. Damn, Bristly Whisker 7 silver. Whew. I guess get rid of the pocket watch and the large fang because I'm gonna want to hit that iron ore or iron deposit. More raptor eggs. Tell you what, let's just get rid of one. Ah, I could have kept it, whatever. I'll probably hunt the rest of these raptors and the young Stranglethorn tigers, and then I'll get ready to log off. We'll hearth back to Booty Bay, read one book, and then call it. Do some more Stranglethorn tomorrow night. It's kind of hoping to organically pull you. Big hit. I don't need a potion though, I'll be alright. Miss Perry there at the end. Whew. Get rid of the troll sweat. I do want to keep the raptor meat though. The raptor flesh. For the roast raptor. Seems pretty easy to make it. Just meat and hot spices. 8 stamina food buff. That's better than what we have, so. Let's go ahead and grab 2 here. Ah, I should have used that combo point. I didn't realize I had one. Messed up. Oh yeah, we're gonna be eating good tonight. Every mob feels like it has this crystal in the mountains quest, but it must be because they can drop a specific item. Like I think it's like a bloodstone crystal or something like that. It's like a rare item that can drop from almost anything. Very low chance, and you need it for a certain quest. So that must be what it is. Find the crystal from your vision. I don't know. But we just need 5 more young Stranglethorn Tigers, and we're done with the 2 quests there. I'm very excited to explore some troll ruins. Take these guys out. Let's get a full bandage. Since we're just about done playing for the night, page 14. On this day we ventured to the south, following some fresh panther tracks. Soon we reached a ravine. Need to be careful with those hills, they actually hurt. Soon we reached a ravine spanned by a tremendous rope bridge. I cannot help but to think of bronze descriptive writings of this region when I saw the engineering marvel. So often it was assumed that the native trolls were a primitive and uneducated race, yet as I gazed upon the master craftsmanship of this bridge, I was able to recognize the skill which the troll builders overcame this seemingly impossible feat. Cool. I really like those pages. They're basically just like, you know, a little description of Braun and his crew, or sorry, not Braun, Hemet and his crew, like traveling through the area, and Hemet must be either friends with Bronzebeard or cousins, or, you know. Okay, 4 more of these bad boys. I know our poison's fallen off our offhand weapon and it's about to fall off our main hand. There it goes, but we're about done for the night, so I don't want to put any new poisons on, so we'll just leave it. After we're done with tonight's recording, I'll head back to Orgrimmar myself and just craft a couple more poisons. Definitely much weaker without my poisons, but that's fine. There we go. Okay, let's turn these 2 quests in. We'll head back to Grom'gol. Turn those quests in, and then hearth back to Booty Bay. Read one of those books for tonight, probably The Scourge at Lordaeron, learn more about what happened with that, and then log off in one of those nice warm beds, and we'll continue on with Stranglethorn tomorrow. Mental note for the future, we have some elite quests left in Desolus that we do need to pick up later and try and take on again. I don't know why I can't do Bodyguard for Hire, so I'm just going to hide that quest, and same with Gizeltun Caravan. I can't do those quests for some reason, so I'm just going to hide them. The rest we'll keep. Oh, sorry, the camp's back here. The rest we'll keep on the map. I think I'm also going to hide the Green Hills of Stranglethorn once that's the last quest here. Ajek?
Nicely done, adventurer. You are ready to move on. You are learning, adventurer. Let us test your skills with the mature cats now. Kill 10 Stranglethorn tigers this time out.
Not quite yet.
If you want to be a part of the hunt with this crack group Hemet has assembled, you're going to need to prove yourself an able panther hunter. We'll start you out easy. Don't you worry. Let's see you kill 10 young panthers to start. Tracking them down is only half the challenge.
Nicely done, old chap! Now let's step up the challenge and see if you're up to it. Venture into the jungle and bag yourself 10 of those bloody lash-tail raptors. Let's see what you've got!
Not quite yet. I'm going to do young panthers real quick. They're all over this area. I can just take those out real fast, I believe. And then we'll call it for the night. That way we've done, you know, all of the young quests. The young panthers, the young tigers, the young raptors. This one might actually take a little longer though, since they're hiding in stealth. Apparently there's a few across the lake though. Not quite sure. I like to just hit tab when you're on quests like this. Oh, see if I can get that crocodile skin while I'm here. There's another one right there. Now those are piranhas in the water. I need to be very careful. Can I cook crocolisk meat? Tiger meat? Nah, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Just eviscerate it. Nice. Possibly one more. There's some panthers. Nice. Got lucky. Got all of the large river crocolisk skin pretty quickly. Now this is nice. Open area full of panthers. We should be able to finish this quest kind of quickly. That way when we come back tomorrow, like I said, all of the young hunting quests are done. We can continue with the next in line. Litterbox hit 60. Let's go. Hell of a name. So the young panthers themselves actually don't hide out in stealth. It's the more mature panthers that do. Retractable claws. Let's use evasion and bombs here. Should be enough to get through them. I should have used those combo points. I'm starting to play kind of sloppy because I'm tired and it's getting late.
Health warning.
Let's go ahead and bandage up. Eat some more food. We only have 4 more to kill, so... But honestly, I'm going to replace this food pretty soon with the raptor roast, so... Might as well get all the use out of it that I can. That's 1, that's 2. That's 3, and then I saw 1 back there, that's 4, okay. Not too bad. That was like 5 minutes worth of looking. And we're getting a lot of these bristly whiskers, which sell for a good bit of money. All right. That's going to be all she wrote for tonight. Let's go turn these in. We'll head back to Grom'gol, turn that in, and then Hearth. Read a little book. Oh, floating wreckage. Damn it. Shit. I guess just get rid of some raptor flesh for now. I'm also going to have to get rid of something else, though. Tiger meat. Alt 8. Oh, I'm not gonna have a lot of bag space. Okay, if I need to get rid of anything, I'm gonna get rid of the blacksmith hammer and probably the throwing knives. Thick leather, I would like to keep that. Come on, give me a blue item. That'd be so cool. At least a green item. Oh! Yo, 2 green items? Are you kidding me? Ask and you shall receive. That's a crazy ring, by the way. Tundra Ring of the Monkey. Oh, is this chick trying to fish it too? lady. I'm gonna get rid of the teeth. You really tried to take my shit? Yo. Oh, I love it. I love it. You know I'm obsessed with it. Let's go. Okay, that's gonna replace 5 agility, 4 stamina. Probably the demon band. Sir S.J.
Off to a good start,
Erlgadin.
adventurer. Now you're ready to turn it up a notch.
Not yet, no. Alright, we had to get rid of some stuff that I didn't want to get rid of, but I'll sell that. I'll keep the leather. Not bad, not bad. Damn, huge ring. That's crazy. It's a great pickup right there. That's why we fish, boys. Stoked on that ring. Gluggle, a rare murloc that can spawn down in here. I'll have to keep our eyes out for Gluggle. Get this damn tiger off me. Pop sprint. Okay. Those would be crazy if I was a caster too. Nope. Var. Sell, 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 sell. Sell. Sell the potion. Talk to Nimboya. Yeah? Rogue, show me a made prey of the Blood Scalp tribe. These are good tusks, Belumbra. You proved that you have the strength to hunt a Blood Scalp, and that is good because you are not done hunting them. We must find if Yaniku is dead. Slay the Blood Scalp headhunters and take from them their shrunken heads. You must gather many, many heads, and I will inspect them to make sure Yanuku's head is not among them. And if Yanuku is killed by the Blood Scalps, then may a 600-year curse fall on the spirit of their chief, Ganzula. Go, Belumbra. You may find many headhunters at the ruins of Zuldaya and Zulkunda along the coast to the north. Garbage for me, but we'll take it for now. And talk to Agarash.
Your duty was performed with honor, adventurer.
Thank you.
When we first arrived in this jungle, we did not intend to wage war on the local tribes. Our mission to supply Stonard is of the highest priority.
I'm actually going to not take this quest on just yet and take it on later. Trade good? Do you have a blacksmith hammer I can get back from you? Yeah, almost. Skinning knife, mining knife, no blacksmith hammer. That's fine.
Where would you like to fly to?
Take me to Booty Bay. I'm gonna fly because when we finish tonight, I'll probably head back to Orgrimmar, make some poisons, and then hearth back on my own accord. Okay. 40 gold, let's go. We broke 40. I need a new set of throwing knives and a new blacksmith hammer. But we had to do what we had to do. And good thing we did it fast. There was someone coming up trying to take our pool. It's just like real life too. It's rude if you see someone's in a hole fishing from it and you just come up and fish from it. It's like that meme where he's like, hey bud. It's rude if you come into another person's hole and the kid's like, fuck you. It's kind of the same vibe here. People are just like, fuck you, I'm taking this. But that's why she got nothing. Fuck her. It's probably a dude. Fucking weirdo. Alright. Krazik?
So my information was correct, as usual. Interesting. Well, I don't suppose they pose any sort of threat of interference with our operation, but perhaps they have a need for some of our excellent manufactured products. Getting the information on Naz is quite a favor.
No, not yet. Bing 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 a boom ba na 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 na. Drizzlick?
Yo!
My equipment is all ready to go, Lumber. I just need those skins. We don't want to keep Riddlefox waiting, that's for sure. It's not a good idea for anyone to keep the chief inventor of the Tinkerers Union unsatisfied.
These skins should do. Their quality isn't too important, given that they'll make up the inside layer of the boots, but it's still important that they're comfortable. If they're a bit too rigid, I'll use some tiger blood to soften it up. Tricks of the trade, you know?
Okay.
Well, I've got the basic shape of the boots worked out, and they're coming along fine, but the skins you brought aren't going to be quite enough for the inner layers. What are we gonna do, Drizzlick? No doubt the question on your lips? And well, isn't it lucky you're talking to Drizzlick? Because he's going to tell you what we're going to do?
Tell me,
The inner
Drizzlick.
layers will never really be seen, so we'll just get some of the thicker, cheaper skins from the crocs around Lake Nasfaridi to fill the boots out.
Alright. More skins. More money. Okay, it's fair enough. Alright, where was... I believe it was in here. Yes, the Scourge of Lordaeron. After preparing for many long months, Kel'Thuzad and his cult of the Damned finally struck the first blow by releasing the Plague of Undeath upon Lordaeron. Uther and his fellow paladins investigating the infected regions in the hope of finding a way to stop the plague. Sorry, let me read that again. After preparing for many long months, Kel'Thuzad and his cult of the Damned finally struck their first blow by releasing the Plague of Undeath upon Lordaeron. Uther and his fellow paladins investigated the infected regions in the hope of finding a way to stop the plague. Despite their efforts, the plague continued to spread and threatened to tear the Alliance apart. As the ranks of the undead swept across Lordaeron, Tenorus's only son, Prince Arthas, took up the fight against the Scourge. Arthas succeeded in killing Kel'Thuzad, but even so, the undead ranks swelled with every soldier that fell defending the land. Frustrated and stimmed by the seemingly unstoppable enemy, Arthas took increasingly extreme steps to conquer them. Finally, Arthas's commands warned him that he was losing his hold on his humanity. Arthas's fear and resolve proved to be his ultimate undoing. He tracked the plague source, to Northrend, intending to end its threat forever. Instead, Prince Arthas eventually fell prey to the Lich King's tremendous power. Believing that it would save his people, Arthas took up the cursed rune blade Frostmourne. Though the sword did grant him unfathomable power, it also stole his soul and transformed him into the greatest of the Lich King's Death Knights. With his soul cast aside and his sanity shattered, Arthas led the scourge against his own kingdom. Ultimately, Arthas murdered his own father, King Taranas, and crushed Lordaeron under the Lich King's iron heel. Yep, and in the future of the game's history, come Wrath of the Lich King, we see all that unfold, and we actually get to deal with Arthas, which is really cool. He actually is the Lich King, right? Privateer Blodes. Yo. Well, that replaces the stack of heavy leather. So we've got a stack of 20 light leather, a stack of 20 medium leather, a stack of 20 heavy leather. We're working on thick leather and rugged leather. I'll cook these another time.
Be good.
And this is where we'll go if back to Scooty if we need to go to Gadget's Inn.
Hello, adventurer. I am Master Engineer Scooty.
Hey, it's good to see you again, Scooty. We don't need anything, but she's still selling the dirk. Nah, let's not. I want to save my money. Let's find a bed though. This looks like a nice bed. Kind of small, but it'll do for tonight. Alright guys, we're going to call this one here for now. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for some more. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.